Okay, yeah, that looks very smooth.
So much better, right?
Yeah, loads better.
I know, right? How are
That's,
you?
I'm good. Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
It's
Finally, right?
yeah, it's nice to finally meet you.
No, I know. I've tried so many times
I
and
know.
everything, always something just came up, but I'm here.
Yeah, I know that's yeah, like initially we sort of we booked this ages ago, didn't we? Like months ago almost. And then
Yeah.
did I did I accidentally ghost you the first time?
I'm sorry. No, like I said, everything just happened
Yeah.
like at once but we made it happen. So we're here.
Yeah,
We're good.
here we are. Yeah, so we're recording straight away. So yeah, maybe you wanna introduce yourself to the people at home.
Sure. Yeah. So my name is Lady. I'm online. My username is the Business Lady. I picked it because my first name is Lady. So I decided to just kind of give it a little twist. And I do insurance marketing for insurance agency and brokerage owners, and also independent brokers and agents. But I do work with my husband, so he is more or less the brain behind everything. And he focuses on like software. He develops websites. He does all the design aspect of it, and I focus on the social media aspect of
Yeah.
marketing.
Okay. Yeah, and you're very active on LinkedIn as well, aren't you? So you're always dropping videos about the insurance industry. And so who is it? Who is your target market? Who is it that you're? Is it insurance companies that you're trying to get the
Yes.
attention of?
So we actually have two companies. So Modern X is the head of like everything. Modern X is specifically for insurance owners, so like agency and brokerage owners, and agents who have like who are more advanced into the industry and who have a lot more experience. And our course platform is actually being launched this week, and it's called DFA, the Digital Finance Advantage, which is a sister company of Modern. And that one is like to help insurance agents and brokers who are just starting out, who don't really know anything about marketing, who don't know how to use social media. So we have two different targets right now: more experienced agency owners, brokerage owners, and independent agents and brokers. So they fall under the company based on their needs and based on where they are at in their journey.
So how did you get into that particular? It sounds very niche. Like to have that customer or that client base. So how did you get into that into
So
that
my
sector?
husband, actually, he was an insurance broker for about 5 years. And one time we were sitting down in our living room, and I was a sales admin for like 8 months. Like the longest job I've had has literally been 8 months, but I've been with the company for 2 years. So it just, it wasn't for me working for anybody. So my husband was like, okay, you like sales, you're good at it. I sold cottages as well. I was like a Bacardi sales rep. I was in real estate, and then I ended up getting my mortgage license. And then he said, my dream is to have a marketing company one day. But I saw that like not attainable, like at that time, right? I'm like, a marketing company, like this sounds huge, right? And then I was like, okay, but this guy is really smart, so I'm just gonna listen. So he was actually the one that had the idea, and we first started marketing like small business owners until we had a little bit more of capital to invest into Modern X. And then that's how it was created. He had the idea. He obviously saw that I could bring value, and then we started learning together. I learned everything from social media through Rachel Peterson. So it's actually a course that I took. It's called Social Media United. And then he focused on like development aspect of everything. So we just kind of combined both of our talents, our strengths
Yeah,
together,
combined
and
forces.
just
Yeah.
decided to just do it. So we've been with the company for 2 years now.
Right. Okay. Wow. And that's yeah. So 2 years. So you're still pretty fresh, still starting out.
Yeah.
Like over here in the UK, this is where I am. Our sort of our idea of an insurance company is something that's, you know, very corporate and massive and almost like unapproachable.
Yeah.
But the way you described it, it seems quite different. Like the sort of the level of the customers that you're working with, are they big corporate brands, or are they small offices, small brokerages, or?
So our first client was actually John's dad. So we first needed to test everything that we knew, and we decided to just incorporate everything through him. And then we saw a lot of success. So we started taking on individual agents and brokers. And recently we were able to work with Allstate. I don't know if you're familiar with Allstate.
Yeah, I recognize that brand name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they're a pretty big corporate brand, and they're in Canada, they're in the States. I'm not sure if if anywhere else really. And we've been able to work with a branch in Arizona. So there are more corporate clients. We have also worked with Antares Wealth Management. They're also agents, brokerage owners. So
Hmm.
those would be like our corporate clients. But right now we're working with individuals. So independent
Hmm.
insurance brokers and agents, because we're launching DFA. So we have Modern, which is where we do our consulting, our social media management, marketing. And then on Modern X, we teach them how to do it. So sorry, on DFA, we teach them how to do it through our courses, our tutorials, content. And Modern, it's for like just more experienced and more advanced.
Okay.
We would say high ticket clients, right?
Yeah. So what kind of service is it that you provide? Do you manage their social media, or do you train other people within their companies to manage their social media, or a bit of both?
So for the agency and the brokers owners, we manage their social media, and we also teach their. So we actually, for Allstate, we had a rep, an insurance aid broker, and we were teaching her. So we were doing consulting. We were also designing for her. So we would design the posts, the carousels on Instagram, and then we would tell her how to like make the video. So like coaching her on it.
Mm.
And then for the individual independent agents and brokers, we just teach everything through content and through tutorials and through our course platform. So they have access to different courses there, and they get to choose where they're at or what they're interested in.
Right. So would you consider working with other types of companies that aren't insurance-based companies?
Yeah, so we have also worked with some people in the mortgage industry. So we had a client, and he was actually developing an app for to create leads for people in the insurance industry. So we were working with that client. So our goal is to move from insurance into mortgage, and then eventually into real estate.
Okay. Yeah, because the I recently did a podcast episode with two entrepreneurs who have started developing an application, and their application launched recently. And what it does is it connects people who need their car fixing or maintaining, or they need a tire changing, with the people who can do that in their local area. And they had a question about how they can spread the word to get more customers. So would that be the sort of thing that you could like help them with if they, you know, if they
Yeah,
had that request? Yeah.
for sure. So like I teach people think social media is about the platform, but it really is about the process of it.
Mm.
So what I teach people is how to go from point A being social media, to point B where your offer is. And
Yeah.
there's usually a bridge in between that connects point A to point B. So I teach them like the whole ecosystem, and I teach them how to go viral, how to generate more reach, how to bring more traffic to their pages, not just their social media pages, but also like their landing pages, their blog posts, and then also email marketing, because I always tell them that they should pick 1 to 2 platforms at the beginning to just kind of focus.
Yeah.
And one of those platform should be email marketing. So email marketing might not be a social media platform, but it is a platform, and they have to incorporate that as part of their strategy. So if they're looking just for brand awareness and just to get a better reach, which ultimately what people want is to generate leads.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason why everybody's here. But they would just do it through content. They can go on Bazumo. They can create a free trial account for like a month. They can go on Bazumo and they can literally see what's trending in their industry, and they can look at their content and take parts of that content and just make it into your own. So it's not, we wouldn't say stealing the content, we're just modeling after the content.
Yeah.
And you just kind of adapt it, you give it your own twist, and then you start to see what's trending, let's say for example on TikTok or on Instagram, and then you create content around what you saw on Bazumo, and it's bound to go viral. So that's just like a little strategy that I teach people. Also incorporating the hashtags, and you gotta niche down your hashtags. Like that's one of the most important things as well. So
I was gonna say, don't give away all your secrets.
no, but don't worry. Like we're literally giving so much information right now. Like we're sharing, especially because we're at a point where we can now teach at a larger scale. So like we can teach more individual brokers, and we're going actually kind of like old traditional marketing. We're going to brokerage and agency owners around our area, and we're starting to teach and to give them value as well. So that's something that we are doing as part of our course platform. And we're here to, again, to just teach and just give a ton of value, because like I told you at first, I was like a little hesitant, and then I was like, no, it's insurance. Like most people think insurance is boring, but like now I'm like super passionate about it. And like it's like the insurance industry needs a big impact, and I'm here for that. Like I'm here just to teach what I know and to just put my efforts into it fully.
So what problems do you think the current insurance industry has? Like, is it a like a customer perception issue or something like that?
So one of the biggest problems they have, and I think it's actually what you do, is tech. They're not like anything that's technological, it just consumes them. So it's a lot. They also don't know how to operate social media. They don't know how to navigate through it. They don't know how to make connections there, because people forget that social media is just a reflection of the real world. And to connect there, you just kind of have to replicate what you do offline. So if you're networking offline, which we all know in this industry we have to, you should be doing the exact same thing on social media. You should be responding to comments. You should be engaging with people. And they don't do that. They don't. So one of them is tech. They don't know how to navigate through the platforms. They don't also know the culture of the platforms. And then the other part of it is just like they're shy too. So they don't want to do it for that reason.
And is that across the board, or is that just like the smaller brokerage firms?
Sorry, which like that they're shy?
Yeah, that they're shy, and that like, because like I imagine that like a large insurance company over here would have like that department, that somebody to sort that. Maybe there's like a massive difference between UK insurance companies and the type of insurance companies that you work with, because I must have like a different image in my head of what an insurance company looks like over here.
So like, for example, like right now, like there's individual agents and brokers that are creating content online, but here, like in Canada or in the States, they're doing it more in the States, but here they're struggling a lot with just getting the phone and just making a piece of content. And it's also because insurance tends to be very dry to most people. So they don't know how to make their content in a more consumable way, and like a fun, engaging way. So like it kind of just throws them back too. And it's a combination of those things. It's technology, them being shy, not knowing what to do with it, and then just not knowing how to combine everything, and it just kind of freezes them and doesn't let them move forward.
So are you based in Canada?
Yeah, I'm in Niagara Falls.
Oh, right. Okay, nice. Yeah. So that company I was talking about, Quibbit, they're a Canadian company as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that would be ideal. After this, I'll send you their information, and you can drop them a message and see if you can help each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Sounds good.
So that's the business. Are you're launching like an education platform, are you? Is that the new thing?
So like we've had it to like some of our inside clients, and we've just given them access to our courses and some of our tutorials that we put on there, but we haven't launched it to the public.
Yeah.
And we are launching our course, which is the advisor platform course, which is the social media course, and we're selling it for $200. And the way that we're doing it is like we are bringing people in to kind of perfect the course as we go. So like they can tell us, we're going to give them the curriculum and what the basics of it. And then as we move forward, they're going to tell us what we need to perfect, what they want to learn, what needs to be incorporated. And then we're going to be moving up in prices for the course. So right now we're launching it this week. Yeah.
Yeah. And then,
on Friday.
you're gonna add on like speciality or like specialisms or special units or modules that people can complete, and they can add on like different
exactly
for like
and
a,
they'll
like an
have
add-on
like
product.
they'll have like their own portal. They'll also have like benefits in our Facebook group, where they'll be able to ask any marketing related questions. So it's a pretty interesting offer, and we're really excited because it's the first time that we're doing it at a mass scale. So it's gonna be interesting.
This is an awesome idea. So
thank you.
Yeah, I think you know, that's really gonna you're going to get loads and loads of interest from all sorts of different sectors and different people, probably
for
not,
sure.
Yeah, not just like insurance companies. So yeah, so where can people find that platform, like if they want to check it out?
So it's online. It's called the digitalfinanceadvantage.com. So they can go directly there, or I always suggest people follow me at the Business Leidy. They can follow me on Instagram, or they can find me on LinkedIn as well, the Business Leidy, and I will be posting everything there and a lot more tips for everybody.
That is such a cool name. You know, when when you told me that the other week, I saw it. I was like, the Business Leidy. I was like, damn, that is so good. Like,
you know, I was at the hospital recently, right?
Yeah.
So when I told them my name, I'm like, what's your name? I'm like, Lady. They were like, what? Because it sounds like lady, and they didn't believe me at first. And then I'm like, no, that's my name. That's me.
So where are you originally Canadian, or like where are you from? Where's your name from, Lady?
No, I'm from South America. So I'm Colombian.
Colombian. Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you end up in Canada?
Just ask my parents. I used to act back home.
Okay.
When I was in Colombia, so my dad didn't want me to be part of that life, and then he brought me here. But now I'm in social media, so I'm like, it's counterintuitive.
There's no, you know, when you've got that star quality and that star talent, there's no holding that in. Like your dad just wanted you to, you know, just be in a box.
Yeah,
you know?
He just wanted me to cut it out, and I was going to school, and then I dropped out. I was going to school for law. And then I dropped out, and I decided to just fully be invested in business. So my dad was just a little disappointed, but.
So did you not fancy like getting into entertainment, like going to Hollywood or somewhere like that?
You know what? Like I was so young, like I was like 12 years old, and like I really liked acting.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that like I didn't go through with it, because like I found my calling. It's business.
Yeah.
So
plus not many, like when you say you were 12, not many people survive like when they go through it. It's
that's what I'm saying.
Really,
like, and
really hard.
There's a lot of people that I used to like work with when I was younger, and like they made it pretty big. So they're out there, and I see them and I'm like, wow, like that would have been me, but now I'm here, and I'm like, I'm in a better position now, because I don't want to act like. And that's one thing that I'm trying to teach actually through social media. Like, you don't have to act, like just be yourself. If anything, it's better when you're yourself.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm doing the opposite of what I intended to be when I was younger. And that's what I'm teaching, like, be yourself. If you want to act for the trends, then of course, like, you can get a better reach. But the most important thing is that you're always yourself, because people know when you're selling them too, right? So
yeah, for sure. And you know, that comes across as well. Like in your videos, but also just in general, like when you're true to yourself and you're online and it's always better to be your genuine self, and then there's no surprises, like
I've
there's
100%,
yeah
100%. For sure. I've gotten messages from people, and I've generated business this way just by sharing personal stories, and then people just saying, thank you for being who you are and for being so authentic, right? So for me, that's like something that I will always be honest and be very transparent, obviously, while maintaining professionalism as well,
yeah.
right?
So your dad brought you to Canada then? He
Yeah.
are
Yeah,
you
just blame it on him.
are you grateful for it, for him to take you to Canada, or
Yeah.
do you miss Colombia? Like, do you ever go back?
Yeah, I used to go back like every year, sometimes twice a year. But right now, ever since I started business and since I became a mom,
Yeah,
I haven't gone back. So it's been 2 years since I
yeah.
haven't been.
Plus there
Um,
was COVID as well, and it's
yeah,
made it hard to
and
travel.
like I don't know, like as much as I love Colombia, there's just so many other places right now that I want to visit because I don't want to just stay and be stuck to one place and just one area.
Yeah.
So Colombia is really not on my plans right now. As I'm looking to travel soon, it's not.
Whereabouts are you looking at going?
Texas.
Texas, yeah. Just for a
Yeah.
holiday, or to move to?
So we're looking to go for a holiday, but we actually would like to reside there. It's perfect. I don't want to be in the cold. I hate the cold.
Yeah.
Hate the cold.
You're not made for it, right?
No, no, I hate the cold. And then Texas is like super technological, and like there's
Yeah.
so many people in our industry there. It's amazing for us. So
And it's also recently it's attracted huge like celebrities there, like Joe Rogan, Ben Shapiro,
yeah,
Elon Musk.
yeah,
Loads of people have moved to Texas recently.
exactly. Yeah, that's why I'm
Yeah,
like, there's so much opportunity there, and like
yeah,
the market here in Canada for like the housing is extreme. It's you can literally get like a mansion in Texas for like $1 million, while here in Canada you're paying $1 million for a 1 bedroom condo in Toronto. Like
wow.
it's crazy because it's Toronto, right? So I'm just like, dude, just the economics aspect of it too.
It sounds like you've got it all figured out. What about how do you feel about, like, in Texas they have very, I don't want to say like liberal gun laws, but they're pro gun and stuff like that. Do you ever go shooting or anything like that?
To the gun, well, that's one of the reasons why we also want to move, because Canada is like the opposite of it, right?
Mm. Yeah, it's
So we're
same
our
here in the UK.
values our values kind of go more with the Texas mentality and with the culture from there. So we kind of feel like we belong more with that.
Yeah.
So for sure, I'm pro it. I am.
Have you have
I'm
you
pro it.
ever have you ever been like to a shooting range or shooting gallery?
Yeah, a gun
Yeah, it's
range.
cool, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
My
really fun.
my wife and I used to go before we moved here. Right now we live on the sort of east of England, like 2 hours away from London. But we used to live up
Oh,
north in the northwest of England, and we were a member of a gun club there. So we used to go
so
shooting
you
like
used to go.
regularly.
It's so much fun, right?
It's so cool. Yeah, yeah. Very, very loud, but yeah, really, really, it's very exciting. Like, gets the
It
adrenaline
is. You
going.
get adrenaline in you,
Yeah.
and you just
And you get better at it as well. Like, the more you do it, you could.
yeah, for sure,
I
for
I
sure.
used
I haven't done it that many times, but
Yeah, it's still cool though. It's so good.
I know.
And I think in Texas you can fire like anything you want. Like, you can go.
I think I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, like rocket launchers, AK-47. I'm pretty sure you can do anything. I've seen it on Instagram. There's some there's like a female like gun expert, and she I think she taught Keanu Reeves how to do some moves, for like John Wick and stuff. I think
No way.
she trains like movie stars how to
Gotta be
shoot
in
and how to handle
Texas. I gotta
weapons.
move to Texas soon.
Yeah. Hey, when you go there though, probably the best thing about Texas is going to be the food, right?
Oh, I've heard. I've heard. I've heard.
It's
I've heard.
I I I think if I was to like live in Texas, I would just be like the size of a
The
house.
nightlife, the nightlife there is pretty. I don't go to clubs or anything like that, but like I like to
Yeah.
go to a bar. I like to go to a nice restaurant, right? So
And so so you've been a mum for like 2 years now?
2 years and a half. Yeah.
2.5 years. And have you got just one child or a few?
Just one.
Just the one.
Like
yeah.
I'm already doing too much. Just and
I've got 2 girls. So my wife and I, we've got an older girl. She's 2.5. She's coming up on 3, and our youngest girl, she's just turned 1. Like earlier on in the week.
I saw, yeah, she's so cute. But Paul, what is it that you do exactly?
What is it that I do? I'm a computer science teacher, or lecturer. Yeah. So I work at a college and a university, and I teach people all about computers, technology, programming, design, all that sort of stuff.
That's super interesting.
Thanks. And then then I do this podcast as well. This is like a hobby of mine. So yeah, I've got my website, which is cybernaut.club.
I've looked at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah,
I like it.
I've got that, and then I have this channel on YouTube, and yeah, I'm just trying to see what I can do with this podcast. So in a couple of days, I'm going to take all of the audio from every single video and just make it an audio podcast. So
and you're gonna put it where, on Spotify or Apple?
Yeah, on all of them. Yeah, Spotify, RSS feed. I'm going to try and get them on as much as possible. All across the internet. Because
super. I think. Do you know anything about like blockchain and like
a little bit? Yeah, a little bit. And I sort of I have people that come on the podcast, and there was a guy, actually, he's also in Canada. I have so many Canadian guests, it's unbelievable.
That's so interesting.
It's really weird. I think you must be like the 5th or 6th Canadian person I've had on, in the past couple of months.
Can I actually ask you if I think my husband would probably be interested in being in a podcast with you, because he's very into tech.
Is he there now?
Yeah, no, because he's into tech, right? Yeah. So like you would be perfect.
Does he want to do like a separate episode? Or does
not today. A separate one.
Yeah,
so like
sure,
I'll just
definitely
coordinate with him, and then I'll let you know through LinkedIn so that we can coordinate at different time.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, more than happy to to learn from him and learn about his platform and his journey and everything that he's put together, because that's super interesting stuff. So
sounds good.
Yeah,
thank you, Paul.
So what else do you want to talk about now?
How long have we?
Well, I've got like, you can go for as long as you want, or if you want to keep it short, we can.
I would prefer to keep it short, because I gotta get my son comes at around 7, so I'm just trying to get some things in order for the launch of the platform, and I gotta create some more content and then respond to like a couple of emails. So if that's okay, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, no worries. So do you want to wrap it up now? I think we've done almost half an hour. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. And obviously, like, you're gonna post it on your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
And then because I would like, if it's possible, to like get some snippets of it.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I'll send you the whole thing. You can
okay.
Yeah, all right, cool. I think I can get your email from LinkedIn, so I'll send it. I'll send the whole thing to you.
Sure. I'll just send it through your personal, so you have it quicker and you're not looking for it.
Yeah, I'll do like a WeTransfer. Is it WeTransfer? Yeah, WeTransfer. You can send like big files. So it sends you a link and then you can just download it.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. If I can't figure it out, I'm sure I'll get my husband to. No, I'm just kidding. I'll figure it out. All right.
Well, yeah, no worries. Okay, so do you have any last words? Like, do you have any sort of last words or anything for your audience?
I don't have any last words other than just inviting them to follow me so that they can learn everything that I'm trying to teach them and everything that we're doing for the industry. So that would be how I would like to wrap things up. Just direct. Perfect. That's my offer.
That's it. Yeah. Direct, simple, clear. Get on LinkedIn and find Leidy.
Just follow me at the Business Leidy.
Yeah. I'll put all your links underneath the video.
Yeah. All right.
Awesome. All right, hon. Lovely to meet you. And we'll be in touch about the future episode with your husband.
Sure.
No
Thank you,
worries.
Paul, for having me. Take care.
Cheers. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.